That evening, it was sort of cool but not cold. The kids was outside playing, and as usual, I was quilting. I quilt a lot, so I was quilting, and my phone rang, and my son Debra'e was on the phone, and he told me, he said, Mama? I said, huh? He said, get the kids in the house. I said, why? He said, the pipeline has exploded, and I am coming to get you. We coming to get you. I said, okay. Of course, I ran out and got the children and put them in the house, and a few minutes had passed. I said, well, they should be here, but now I'm getting nervous. And I called them back, and I couldn't hear from him. I called my sister Linda. As soon as he called me, I said, Linda, the pipeline exploded down by the bridge. And she said, oh, my God. And she went into her mode. And so I got the kids. I thought about it. I said, well, they ain't made it here yet. I better do something. So I took the kids in my bedroom. And all the time talking to God, Lord, you got to help me with this one. This one too big for me. I got them in the room, and I was thinking. I was looking out the window because I knew I could see them coming up the road. I was like, okay, they should be here by now. So I wet some towels. I closed the door, locked my door as if somebody was breaking in, and I wet some towels, and I put it across the door. So we got in the bed, sang a few songs, said our prayers, and finally they did go to sleep. And I didn't hear any more from them, just from Linda and my sisters and things calling. They kept calling me, you need to get out. At this point, I'm angry because I can't. If I could, I wouldn't be here. I couldn't get out because I had a flat on my car. Debra'e and them was coming up to change my flat. And after that, everything just broke down, and no nothing. So after all of this and all this calling, somebody came through and told us to just stay in place because, they was trying to get things situated. I could understand that. I did not hear no more from Debra'e and them till about 3 o'clock in the morning. And somebody called me, Carol Drogan's daughter called me from the hospital. And she said, Miss Thelma, she said they got to bring them down here. So they had been in a car on the bridge down there in that gas and said he was almost dead. It was like, I guess maybe the next day I heard from themselves, and I could breathe. When you hold your breath so long you can't breathe, it's something. And I only could breathe when I had the opportunity to talk to the kids, because I'm holding my breath waiting on them to tell me about my children. Because I got two sons, Debra'e and Andrew, and a nephew, Tyrone, in that car. And this was killing me. Oh my God, they were in so much bad shape when they got them out of the car. One of the first responders described it as, it hurted him the way they had to get him out, because they had to get him out right then and there. And they was on I think a four-wheel or something like that, maybe a cart. And he said we had to literally pull them out of there. They were foaming at the mouth. And he said they had to stack them up on that thing like you would do a shot deer. And he said that they hurt them so bad, but they had to get them out and get them to an ambulance so they could get some oxygen. And from then on, it's just never been the same. They never been the same, and they'll never be the same. Debra'e, after that gas, that it affected his mind, being in there that long without any oxygen and breathing in nothing but that gas. They were riding in a Cadillac, and it cut the engine off, and the windows was up. I guess if the windows had been down, they probably would have died. But my biggest fear was the idea of being here and couldn't do nothing. And number one, I'm afraid not knowing what had happened to my children, my backbones, my babies, and that got me. And not, with the children, little children, even though, a mother I'm just like an old hen, I'm going to sit on them babies. So it was that I wasn't worried about them because I had them with me. It was the one that wasn't with me I was worried about the most. Right. Yeah. And it's a horrendous situation when you be in a place where you can't do anything. You can just sit there. Right. The pipeline company, Dinsbury, let me call them name. They haven't done anything correct in this situation. They really haven't. And it's sad to say that the ones that got hurt the most, those are the ones that's not getting nothing. We suffered, and that's just it. It's like they don't care.
What would you advise people who are going to be getting carbon capture pipelines in their backyards like you have in
Oh
yours?
my God. I would say that fight it as much as you can. I would tell them to fight it because you know what? We don't. Well, with us on this, we built this. This is Yazoo clay, and it moves. And it don't take a rocket scientist to tell you that if you put a pipeline on these rolling hills, the rain and stuff, don't you see these gutters and things that we have here? They're gonna wash off. I don't care where you are. You ought to not to have to be worried about a pipeline erupting up under you. And so we, you know what, we were caught by surprise because we didn't know this was going to happen. This is something out of a sci-fi movie. And you know, it took us by storm. And the biggest problem was we were not educated to the fact. When they put these pipelines through here, nobody came and taught us anything about them or told us that it could explode and what we could do. Nobody had equipment protected. Fire department had no protective equipment. Nothing. It was just like we were standing out in the rain, buck naked, waiting on lightning to strike us. I would say this to anyone that is in the area where they are finna put pipeline.
Yeah.
Get out. Tell the people, talk about it. Let them know the dangers. If they want to come to Satartia, come on out here, we'll talk to you. We want to let y'all know that it's a scary situation. And if you don't have to go through it, if they don't have to put those pipelines there, you don't have that worry.
Yeah.
It's too much to worry about now in this day and time than worry about something coming up out the ground killing you. So always be aware of it, and if it happens, please get educated about it. Don't let it be caught like we were uneducated and didn't know.
Right.
I would love to say to Denbury, you came in here, you fooled a lot of people, you broke them off what you thought they should eat, you fed them the bread that you wanted them to have, but yet and still you don't know the pain and the sorrow and the suffering that people have went through. Shame on you.